Hey, what's going on, good people? We're back with What Were You Thinking Season 2. And what better way than to kick it off with one of my favorite entrepreneurs, Miss Brandy J. I know her. Now you're going to get an opportunity to get to know her. She's a fashion extraordinaire, an author, a stylist, however you want to put it. Man, she'll get you together on a fashion tip. So how you doing today?
I'm great. I'm blessed and highly favored.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. So let me give you guys a quick synopsis of What Were You Thinking. It is an interviewing platform for the entrepreneur by an entrepreneur. So my thinking was it'd be dope to have a platform where entrepreneurs can come on, speak about their brand, speak about the things that they're putting together in the future and trials and tribulations for the new and upcoming entrepreneurs. So without further ado, we're about to get off into these questions.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, so question number one. The good people want to know what initially sparked your desire for fashion.
As a kid, I always loved fashion. I can recall being in high school, seeing all the rest of the kids in the latest fashion, Coogee, Rockaware, Parasuco, Azure. So those are just some of my faves that I used to just dream about having because growing up, I didn't have that. I was kind of like always in hand-me-downs. So I told myself like it was just something within me. Like I love it. It doesn't matter if it's $1 to $1,000. If it looked good, I want it. So I end up getting a job in high school at Burger King because I was like, I'm getting all of that. I'm getting that gas. I'm getting that Parasuco. And that's exactly what I did. So I guess it all started just as a kid. And I took off from there.
Okay, yeah, and I got a similar story. I grew up struggling as well, and I really didn't get my first name brand pair of shoes until I was in high school. So it was kind of rough watching everybody, styling and profiling.
Yep, exactly. And you was that kid who didn't have it. And so I used to think about it like, oh, I gotta get it. I gotta get it. And I'm still that way to this day. But I know it's not all about material things. With me, it's just that anything fashionable, I want it. It doesn't matter how much it costs. I'm gonna work hard to get it. Yeah.
Okay, by the name, we see style just wasn't enough. You in B Couture Styles. So where did that name get birth from?
Okay, so B Couture Styles started with me having a boutique. So I was like, what can I name my boutique? My brand is about being confident, cute, and classy. So I was like, well, what rings those three things? And I'm like, couture. Couture means to be elegant, classy. And then I just threw that B in there because my initial. So I was like, that worked good, B Couture. And then later on added styles because I'm a stylist. So I just tied it all in together, B Couture style. So that's how my name came about. Yeah.
And that's where we at today. Now, every entrepreneur has obstacles, trials, tribulations, ups and downs. So what were some of the trials and tribulations that you faced?
Um, well, being in a not good relationship with my ex, that was one of my trials and tribulations because he didn't want me to put my business before him. And I solely believe like if a person want to be with you, they'll support your dreams, your vision, your goals. So that was one obstacle. Being an entrepreneur, having a job was an obstacle for me, because I always thought about my brand, my business, and having to go to work, it took away from my business. So, like, it kind of hindered me. So, to this day, that is why I'm an entrepreneur. I walked away from my 9 to 5 because I believed in myself. I believed in my dream. And I believe that if I stayed at a job, I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
Okay, and with 2020, a lot of people mad at 2020. Me personally, I'm not mad.
Me neither.
And as an entrepreneur, you got to learn how to maneuver through these things. I was actually more prosperous this year.
Same here.
So has 2020 shaped or affected your business in a good or a bad way?
2020, let me just say this. I know a lot of people been through it. It's been rough, it's been hard. You guys lost loved ones, excuse me. But I just want to say 2020 has been prosperous and good to me. God has really showed up and showed out during this pandemic. Before this pandemic, my business was rocky. Like, it was days where I'm like, God, how I'm gonna eat? I haven't made any money, and this is solely how I live off my business, being a full-time entrepreneur. But then the pandemic happened, and all this extra money was circulating, and my business boomed. 2018, I took a picture of me going to the post office. I had like 3 packages in my hand, right? And in 2020, 2 years later, I had like 8 carts from the post office filled with packages. So that's how 2020 has been to me. I went from 3 packages to a lot of packages. And it was tough getting them all out, but I did it. So 2020 has been a blessing for me throughout this pandemic. And another thing I want to say, just because you are told no, that doesn't mean you will be denied. So again, keep going, keep doing what y'all doing. It's going to work out in the end.
Okay, that's what's up. So right now we about to go off into a little break. But when we come back in the second segment, we're going to get off into my favorite part of the show where we tap into your social media feeds, posts, things of that nature. You're going to let us know what you were thinking when you posted some of this stuff. And like I said in the beginning, you're an author.
Yes.
So we're going to get into that in the second half of the show. All right, good people, we'll be right back.
Look, my end of this is dedication. This is anti-hesitation. It's a real celebration. It's a dime block declaration. 59th and 5th Ave, granny house with vanilla wafers. It's the remedy to separation. Tupac of my generation. Blue pill in the open matrix. Red rose in the great pavement. Young black nigga trapped and he can't change it. Know he a genius, he just can't claim it. Cause they left him no platforms to explain it. He frustrated, so he get faded. But deep down inside, he know you can't fade him. How long should I stay dedicated? How long till opportunity meet preparation? I need some real work and reparations. Or I run up in your bank just for recreation. Dedication, hard work, plus patience. To some more of my sacrifice, I'm done waiting. Told you that I wasn't playing. Now you hear what I've been saying. Dedication. Dedication.
Okay, what's going on, good people? We're back from commercial break. Now we're finna tap into my favorite part of the show. Now this is the segment where we tap into the entrepreneurs social media feeds, and see what were they thinking when they posted it. So I follow you on Facebook, you know, Brandy Denise. And I was scrolling through and I stopped on this post. And it has a picture similar to what you were speaking about in the first segment, where you're walking away with 3 packages, and on the other side of the picture, you're sitting on a lot of packages, and it reads, "Dear entrepreneur, it doesn't have to be perfect when you start. As long as you keep going, you can perfect it as you grow/go." So what's going on in this picture?
Well, in that picture, like I stated previously in our interview, in 2018, I had my ex take a picture of me walking to the post office with 3 little packages in my hand, right? There's 3 little packages, and I'm like, God, all I got is 3 packages. And then fast forward 2020, I'm in the back of my truck. I had my mom take a picture because she helped me, and I had over 50 packages in the back of my truck. So I said that on my post. It doesn't matter where you start, you know, you can grow if you just keep going. So I kept going, and I kept my faith in God. You sometimes it's going to be tested, but if you keep going through it, you will get through it. So 2018, 3 packages. 2020, over 50 packages going to the post office. So that picture right there is my motivation for me to keep going. So those 50 gonna turn into 100.
So, in so many words, if "do not despise small beginnings" would have had a picture in the Bible, then that would have been a picture.
That would have been a picture. Amen. That would exactly would have been a picture.
Okay, okay. And so I scroll down a little bit more. I see a food truck. I see you on there helping, giving out food. And the caption for this is, "Today it felt good giving back and helping others in need. Because of this, B Couture Styles will adopt a family this holiday. Also, a portion of my book sales will be donated to that family." So what's going on in this picture right here?
Well, so my friend, he has a friend that has this nonprofit business where he goes to feed the needy and homeless every Wednesday. He go to 2 locations. So, and it's called I Am a Blessing. I believe his name is Jerry. So he's the one who's over that, and my friend know him. And he asked me like if you want to go feed the needy today. I'm like, yeah. So at first when I got into the food truck, I was kind of nervous because I'm not like I'm not gonna say I'm not a people's person because I am. It just like I had to warm up. And once they threw me in the window, it just came natural, you know. So doing that made me feel so good and wanted my business to give back to the community. So I'm like, what can I do, God? I was like, I'm gonna adopt a family this holiday, and I'm going to just gift that family, make them feel good. Cause some holidays I know how I feel not to have family, you know. So I'm gonna give back, and also we're gonna get to this, but all not all my book proceeds, but some of my book proceeds will go to that family as well.
Yeah, and that's super dope. Just being in the position to be able to give back and be a blessing.
Yeah, it feels so good to be a blessing.
Okay, so then we get to the last post, which was really, profound, me knowing you, um, and the way you feel about fashion and the way you feel about God. No picture. So the caption reads, "Me. I just wanted to become a celebrity stylist / high fashion store. God, no, my child. I want you to share your story all over, motivate and inspire others. Me, say no more, God." So was this really a legit conversation you had with the Lord?
Yeah, it really was. Like I say, I loved fashion. I always been a fashion lover, and I just wanted to be this celebrity stylist, like because I feel like if you look good on the outside, you'll feel good. But then I realized you can look good on the inside, but if you are tore up on the inside, it really won't matter. So God said, motivate people, speak to people, let them know whatever they're going through, they can get through it. And I am here with them through it all because I am a living testimony. I'm a walking testimony. I've been through hell and back, as far as being as a kid, molested, raped, early adult years, abusive relationships. And it's like through all of that, I never gave up on my passion. Like and that is why I'm here to this day. And that is how I came up with the book, Dear Entrepreneur. And it's basically for my fellow entrepreneurs and up and coming entrepreneurs, but it can be used by all. And so it was just placed on my spirit. And once God puts something on your spirit, I feel like you should do it because He is going to bless whatever He is telling you to do.
And that's just super dope. Even the title of the book, Dear Entrepreneur, is just phenomenal. And that's why I was like, what other way to start season 2 off but to have Brandy J on here with the Dear Entrepreneur book, because now it's like we on the same wavelength. And being an entrepreneur is dope, but also being in a position to help another entrepreneur is even better. So before we get out of here, where can the people get in touch with Brandy J?
I'm on my personal page, Brandy Denise, is BRNDYDENISE, or my business page, B Couture Styles, BEKATURESTYLES. That's my Facebook business, and IG is the same.
Okay, and do you have a website they can hit you up on?
Yes, www.bcouturestyles.com.
Yep, and y'all can cop all y'all merch.
Or come in store. Oh, yeah. I do have a physical location, 29555 Northwestern Highway, building 314, suite 209.
Okay, so before we get up out of here, what's in store for Brandy J?
Well, right now, I'm trying to put together an entrepreneur brunch. Actually, it was supposed to be November 15th, but it's like God said, I need you to bring out this book first. So this is in store next. My book release, November 19th, 2020, which is a special date, dear to my heart, excuse me. That is the day that I lost my son. I birthed and lost him in the same day, November 19th, 2014. So that is the reason why I chose the same date this year, because I'm tired of mourning. I want to be happy on that date. So I was like, what's a better way than to release my Dear Entrepreneur book? So you can get it. It's on Amazon. Get on my website. You can get it in ebook. November 19th. That is the release date. And eventually, I do want to have numerous stores all over, like in different states, not just my hometown, Detroit, Michigan, but I want to be all over. And then I do want to travel and be a motivational speaker, especially to the youth. Let them know that if they're being molested or raped, that don't be afraid to tell, because that's what the perpetrator wants you to be. Oh, think you're gonna get in trouble. No, I want them to know to go tell. Because if you don't, and it just bottle up inside of you, it's going to mess you up in your adult life. And till this day, I still struggle with it. But I do know that if I forgive all the way, that God is going to bless me, and I'm going to get back so much more than what I lost.
All right, good people. That concludes this week's session of What Were You Thinking? Check in with Brandy J on all her social media platforms. If you're trying to get styled, go ahead and tap in now. So until next week, we'll be back with a new dope interview for you guys. See you then.